5 3-minute rounds of Muay Thai, full Thai rules. First of all, the lady who is standing in the red corner. She weighed in last night at 61.5 kilos with a professional record of 34 fights for 24 victories. Fighting out of Urban Muay Thai, Miami, Leonie Macks. Her opponent in our blue corner, hitting the scales at 61.8 kilos. Her professional record, 29 fights for 15 victories. She fights out of the Prestige Gym in Melbourne, Victoria, Baxter.
Here we go. Claire Baxter, Leonie Macks. Must apologise for my lack of research, but I've got to think these two have fought each other before. They've been around so long. I mean, Leonie, a legend of particularly Queensland Muay Thai. If you haven't met Leonie Macks, you probably haven't been to a show in Queensland. Claire Baxter, a fair resume of her own with 34 fights. 24 wins. And for so long, this 60-ish kilo.
Claire's a current world champion as well. Spent a lot of time with me at Nuggets Gym and Soren. Very good person. Spent a lot of time in Thailand. Won a lot of fights, won a world title.
Yep, no tomato can, certainly. And Leonie, very experienced, very strong. I was just saying, Dane, this 60-ish kilo mark in Australian women's Muay Thai has been very strong, very heavily populated with some great champions for a long time.
Yeah, very strong at the moment, the women. It's great to see. See Claire just missing with the inside leg kicks. Quite awkward to fight, but as you said, Leonie Macks been around. She's seen a lot of different styles in her time.
Very strong. Baxter just feeling out at this stage, as so often the champions do, particularly those that have fought internationally. Just finding her range at this stage, Claire Baxter.
Yeah. Uses her range well. Very tough, Claire. I know that personally from punching her in the head myself.
From her beating the crap out of you. Is that what would it make of this?
She's very, very tough. She's very, very fit every single time. Leonie has seen it all.
Well, she's a world champion, Claire Baxter, so does say it all. Pushing forward is Macks and learning some leather. Goes high. Beautiful change of levels from both women. You'd expect that. Fighters of this caliber. Left leg the call from Baxter's corner. She tries. Macks gets out of the way. Has done a great job of just evading those leg kicks. Inside left thigh, almost under remote control there, Claire Baxter from her corner. Drops the hands, gives a perplexing look. She's just trying to figure things out. Leonie Macks doing a good job of just not being there to be hit when she doesn't want to trade. they tie up in a neutral corner. We'll bring him out when the work stops. Baxter fakes up top. Now she lands on the inside leg there. Macks does the same and chops a receipt to the ribs. Hard outside thigh kick, and that one marked Baxter up straight away. You could see that on that outer left thigh of Claire Baxter. You can see it already.
And interesting, Claire's left leg, she's chopping the back leg of Leonie. Not used to be getting hit.
Really technical first round there from both women. Again, I'm going to call this early, another great matchup from the team at Infliction. It's what happens. It's good to see. It's the younger gyms are going to carry things forward, but it's also great to see these story gyms, these gyms with champions on the wall still presenting. I saw your boss Nugget last week, Rocky Ogden with him. Just good to see our older gyms at work as Baxter and Macks square off. Claire Baxter in the blue, Leonie Macks in the red. It's better than that earlier fight when both blokes looked the same and came out wearing exactly the same kit. Same colour and everything. Fair dinkum, they made it hard. No mistaking these two legends of Australian Muay Thai.
And Claire just using
unsettling.
Using her range. Long range.
Made the comment, Dane, in that first round that Claire Baxter was trying to find her range with Leonie. She was missing a lot, and it was just a minor adjustment that champions make, and you'll now see Baxter make more of a winner of a lot of these posts.
Yeah, she's still a little bit off the mark with those kicks, but she's getting some composure. Leonie just charging forward any of her shots. She's not at all fazed by Claire's power.
Leonie's been over the years sparring with Melina Young, Igor Gowan, Nathan Corbett. She's take a while to unsettle Leonie, I would have thought. Forward and square as Baxter goes inside. The corner calling her to go to the legs. Particularly that front leg. There it is. Leonie fires back with her own. Lovely leather work up top of Macks.
That's a little bit more of Leonie Macks. We know. Nice leg kick. And then getting into it with those hands.
Really interesting that there's been little to no clinch. I mean, I know we're only towards the end of round 2, but particularly Urban and Leonie known for liking a bit of a wrestle.
Yeah, I think the range of Claire, she's not allowing her to get close enough to grab her. As soon as she comes close, that left leg is getting thrown, or the long punches. So you see just there with that left leg, then the long jab. Leonie's got to try and hustle her into the corner, into the ropes, and start teeing off.
Not sure what happened there. Outside leg kick from Macks, high from Baxter, low from Baxter. And that'll do it for round 2. This one went up a notch in that round, Dave.
Yeah, I think he got in trouble for banging on the ring. She thinks a lot about her fighting. She thinks a lot about how to win. And Leonie's dangerous, so to keep her at range and with long shots, then you know that seems to be the game plan.
Special comments all night, folks. We're very thankful to have him in our presence, the great Dane Jaddy Cool. This one round 3 of 5. It's Claire Baxter circling around and kicking to the body there in the blue. Leonie Macks in a local gym, Urban Fight Gym, pressing forward with some shots against the ropes and the knees. I think for the first time we get into an extended clinch here, midway through this third round.
And locked on nice and tight there, Leonie. Head down in the neck area.
Nice jab from Baxter. Accumulates and moves and eats a right hand from Macks, who charges forward almost as if she's plugged in to the special comments. No doubt Richard Walsh would have had the same to say. Leonie's got to intimidate physically if she's to win this one.
Just landing that body kick, not much power in those shots, but still scoring. Leonie was able to grab the kick, just couldn't execute the takedown.
Interested in Baxter hitting the inside thigh of that lead leg a little more. There it is. Actually, when we're able to get a shot of it, we'll see there is bruising developing there.
Just off target with that long-range knee, Baxter.
2 to go after this, with a minute left in this third round. We called a few steam trains tonight, but Leonie Macks has to be one of the goats when it comes to pressing forward under all conditions. You look at her, she does not know backwards, you know. Amazing stuff as Baxter starts to just pick apart this puzzle. You called it a very cerebral fighter, a thinking fighter is Claire Baxter.
Yeah, extremely fit. Extremely fit, she'll go all night.
I always find it, Dane, interesting, some good leather work there from Macks, who cop one receipt, and she is wobbly.
She is not good.
Wobbly in the blue corner. Baxter directly across in the neutral, and she may well be saved by the bell because there is 8 seconds left here.
And Claire,
Baxter needs to swarm, you would think, and that's exactly what she's going to do, Dane. Not enough, though. I was just going to say, we'll see it in the knockdown. You want to get it at the end of a round where you're butting up against probably a 2-minute rest, and you can regain your thoughts. She's got nearly 40 fights under her belt, so if anyone's going to come back from this, it'll definitely be her.
She's going to have to get on a bike.
Yep, that 10-8 round certainly upsets things. Also adjusts the judge's perspective. So often you find people come from interstate as Claire has, even though she's got a good heritage here, and you feel they've really got to dominate to win. Well, nothing like a knockdown to really adjust the judge's perspective as both women go at it in the red corner.
Big punches there, and a
nice long knee there from Baxter. I really feel the early kicking from Baxter is starting to pay off as Macks loads up on one, but Leonie not quite moving with the same freedom that she did earlier in the fight.
There's that right hand again, but she eats a leg kick.
Inside thigh kick on both sides from Baxter. Outside Macks. Going to need to do more of that, but Claire Baxter has really lifted her work rate.
Yeah, Leonie's got to start applying the pressure, maybe eating a few shots to get her own away.
Easy to say, hard to do when you've got Claire Baxter putting the hands and the legs together as she is now. Beautiful from Macks. Applauded from her corner. She goes again. There is significant marking on the outside left thigh there of Claire Baxter. She doesn't look worried.
Just keeps chipping away on that leg. Keeps moving around. Leonie looking a little frustrated with the style of Baxter. She gets a leg kick of her own, but they're single shots. She needs to start putting them together.
Well, Claire's very square, isn't she? And which means that that inside kick is not having to travel very far as Leonie goes upstairs. Definitely accumulating, doubling up on the left-hand Baxter. Not going away, Leonie Macks.
Oh, and there's a nice right hand again.
Big shot.
Just wobbled her a little bit there, Leonie.
25 to go in this penultimate round, and Baxter sees a winning combination there with the left-right. She's going to try it, you suspect, several times before tonight is done.
Inside leg kick again, just relentless work on the inside and outside of those legs.
Big bruising on Leonie Macks, particularly on that lead leg. Interesting to see that shot that wobbled her again. But tough as we know, Leonie, and certainly a better round for her, a much better round. To everyone involved, all our vendors, suppliers, families, officials, as I look at Sammy Brown, who like me has a drive to the Sunshine Coast for the uninitiated 200 Ks after this one. It'll be a long, maybe we'll convoy. Last round of this one, Dane, it has been a beauty. I love it when you look forward to a fight and it lives up to expectations.
And a lot more gusto here from Leonie Macks, but getting matched in the clinch with some good knees from Baxter.
Claire Baxter's just, the speed and work rate is hard to handle. How do you get a handle on what you're trying to do as Leonie Macks?
Yeah, confusing. It's just confusing her. Leonie and Claire's just racking points up.
Pressing forward too. Claire Baxter, I like a fighter that finishes strong even though the odds are definitely in their favour. Both these women are not going to die wondering in this final round.
Nice push kick there from Baxter. She tries to roll that right hand over the top.
Didn't miss by much. Chopping the outside leg, still working the leg. We're 10 minutes into this fight in fight time and she's still working either side of that leg. The lead leg from Leonie Macks, but credit to the Queenslander who is still charging forward. Nice high guard from Macks, who steps out sideways, and I think in earlier rounds we'll probably shoot off that lead leg. Outside from Baxter. A minute 20 to go. You'd have to think the blue corner at this stage have done enough. Beautiful leather work again from Baxter, and again she terrorises that inside leg.
And Leonie's going to have to just go for it. She's got under a minute now. Try and snatch this victory. She'll need a knockout.
She's been around a long time, but I find it interesting that I look across at her corner and there's no degree of animation or urgency for that last minute or so. And certainly don't want to tell those guys how to run their fight. It's just interesting. I think we're all just engrossed in this arm wrestle that we've had in centre ring. Beautiful movement there defensively from Macks. Baxter's corner calling for another high kick, which she obliges. 15 seconds for Leonie Macks to change our mind. Baxter stuck in the blue corner. Big right hand from Claire Baxter.
And again.
And an impressive performance from the world champ and her combatant alike. Dane, at least from this point of view, Claire Baxter did enough with that 8 count.
Yeah, definitely. She, she kept her away with that lead leg. She scored a lot of points.
adjust his glasses, which he never had to do.
Well, that's the thing. Like, back when I was fighting, Dave never needed glasses, so...
He's always been a stylish mofo, hasn't he, though?
He's smooth.
Always been
He's smooth,
a fantastic MC, and it's great to have him. Another of those faces we talk about that we get to see from back in the day. There he is in the background. With a result on this one, Baxter and Macks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we get our judges' scorecards after 5 rounds of Muay Thai. Our judges have a unanimous decision. For the blue corner, Claire Baxter.
A great fight, but no surprises there. Claire Baxter gets the chocolates over a typically hard-working Leonie Macks.